John Crowley, ʻKraʊli, is an American author of fantasy, science fiction and mainstream fiction. He studied at Indiana University and has a second career as a documentary film writer. He is best known as the author of Little Big, which received the World Fantasy Award for Best Novel and has been called a neglected masterpiece by Harold Bloom, and his Egypt series of novels which revolve around the same themes of Hermeticism, memory, families and religion. Crowley wrote the bi-monthly Easy Chair essay in Harper's magazine for a year. His last column appeared in the February 2016 issue. Biography. John Crowley was born in Presque Isle, Maine, in 1942. His father was then an officer in the U.S. Army Air Corps. He grew up in Vermont, northeastern Kentucky, and Indiana, where he went to high school and college. He moved to New York City after college to make movies, and did find work in documentary films, an occupation he still pursues. He published his first novel in 1975. And his 12th volume of fiction in 2009. Since 1993, he has taught creative writing at Yale University. In 1992, he received the award in literature from the American Academy and Institute of Arts and Letters. His first published novels were science fiction, The Deep and Beasts. Engine Summer was nominated for the 1980 American Book Award in a one-year category science fiction. It appears in David Pringle's Science Fiction. The 100 Best Novels. In 1981 came Little Big, covered in Pringle's sequel, Modern Fantasy, The 100 Best Novels. In 1987 Crowley embarked on an ambitious 4-volume novel, Egypt, comprising The Solitudes, Love and Sleep, Demonomania, and Endless Things, published in May 2007. This series and Little Big were cited when Crowley received the prestigious American Academy of Arts and Letters Award for Literature. He is also the recipient of an Ingram Merrill Foundation grant. James Merrill, the organization's founder, greatly loved Little Big, and was blurbed praising Crowley on the first edition of Love and Sleep. His recent novels are the translator, recipient of the Premio Flairanno, Lord Byron's novel, The Evening Land, which contains an entire imaginary novel by the poet, and the aforementioned Four Freedoms, about workers at an Oklahoma defense plant during World War II. A novella, The Girlhood of Shakespeare's Heroines, appeared in 2002. A museum-quality 25th anniversary edition of Little Big, featuring the art of Peter Milton and a critical introduction by Harold Bloom, is in preparation. Crowley's short fiction is collected in 3 volumes: Novelty, Antiquities, and Novelties and Souvenirs, an omnibus volume containing nearly all his short fiction through its publication in 2004. A collection of essays and reviews entitled In Other Words was published in early 2007. In 1989, Crowley and his wife Lori Block founded Straight Ahead Pictures to produce media on American history and culture. Crowley has written scripts for short films and documentaries, many historical documentaries for public television. His work has received numerous awards and has been shown at the New York Film Festival, the Berlin Film Festival, and many others. His scripts include The World of Tomorrow, No Place to Hide, The Hindenburg, and Fit, episodes in the history of the body. Crowley's correspondence with literary critic Harold Bloom, and the mutual appreciation, led in 1993 to Crowley taking up a post at Yale University, where he teaches courses in utopian fiction, fiction writing, and screenplay writing. Bloom claimed on Contentville.com that Little Big ranked ranks among the 5 best novels by a living writer, and included Little Big Egypt and Love and Amp Sleep in his canon of literature. In his preface to Snake's Hands, Bloom identifies Crowley as his favorite contemporary writer, and the Egypt series as his favorite romance. After Little Big, Crowley has also taught at the Clarion West Writers' Workshop held annually in Seattle, Washington. Awards. 1982, Little Big received the World Fantasy Award for Best Novel and the Mythopoeic Fantasy Award. 1990, Great Work of Time received the World Fantasy Award for Best Novella. 1992, American Academy and Institute of Arts and Letters Award in Literature. 1997, Gone received the Locus Award for Best Short Story. 1999, Le Grande Oeuvre du Temps, the French-language edition of Great Work of Time, won the Grand Prix de l'Imaginaire Nouvelle Étrangère. 2003, the translator received the Italian Premio Flairano. 2006, World Fantasy Award for Life Achievement. Bibliography. Novels: The Deep, Doubleday. Beasts, Doubleday. Engine Summer, Doubleday. Bantam Books edition 1980 with cover art by Elizabeth Malczynski, John W. Campbell Memorial Award runner-up and BSFA Award finalist. 1980. Little Big. Bantam, cover art and inside illustrations by Elizabeth Malczynski. 1982 World Fantasy Award winner, Locus runner-up, BSFA, Hugo, and Nebula nominee. Egypt. Bantam, revised and republished 2007 under intended original title, The Solitudes. 1988 WFA and Clark Awards nominee. Love and Amp Sleep. Bantam, revised 2008 to 1995 WFA nominee. Demonomania. Bantam, revised 2008. The translator, William Morrow. Lord Byron's novel, The Evening Land, William Morrow. Endless Things. Small Beer Press, revised 2009 to 2008 Locus Award 5th place. Four Freedoms, William Morrow. Short fiction, Antiquities. Somewhere to Elsewhere, Where Spirits Get Them Home. A Single Excursion of Caspar Lost. The Reason for the Visit. The Green Child. Novelty. Snow, 1985 Locus Award 3rd place. The Nightingale Sings at Night. Great Work of Time. Bantam, 1990 World Fantasy Award and 1999 Grand Prix de l'Imaginaire winner. In Blue. Missolonghi, 1824. Exogamy. Gone, 1997 Locus Award winner. Lost and Abandoned. An earthly mother sits and sings. The war between the objects and the subjects. The girlhood of Shakespeare's heroines. Little Ulysses, Little Knows. Yale Review. Conversation Hearts. And Go Like This. Glow Little Glowworm. Collections Novelty. Bantam collects The Nightingale Sings at Night, Great Work of Time, in Blue, and a previously published novelty. Antiquities, 7 stories. Incunabula includes all of his stories to that point which were not included in novelty. Novelties and Souvenirs. Collected Short Fiction. Perennial collects all of his short fiction up to that point, including Great Work of Time, except the girlhood of Shakespeare's heroines. Omnibuses. Beasts. Engine Summer. Little Big. QPBC. 3 novels. Screenplays. The World of Tomorrow. Fit episodes in the history of the body. Non-fiction books, in other words, Subterranean Press. Articles. Crowley's articles and essay reviews have appeared in Lapham's Quarterly, the Boston Review, Tin House, and Harper's. Crowley, John. End of and Age. Locus 6, 53-54. Audiobooks. Egypt. Blackstone Audiobooks. Little Big. Blackstone Audiobooks.